Hello friends, my name is Emile, and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic. Today, we are taking a look at the 1999 Nissan Silvia Daishin. This car was requested by Zero, and, well, it's a Nissan Silvia race car. This is another GT300 car. Cars that have done historically quite well around this track. The only other one we've had, I believe, there might have been another, we had the FTO Travion Trampio around, and that car did exceptionally well. Don't think this one's going to do quite as well as that. Front-engined rear-wheel drive is the issue. 413 horsepower, fairly decent amount of torque, 980 kilograms of weight. Pretty decent statistics. Overall, I do prefer the livery on the Zanavi, because this one, I don't really like the bronze, orange, copper colour it's got going on. Anyways, it is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land tracks at the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is a Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak Edition. That's at a time of 27.710. That was legitimately threatened in the last episode by that's crazy Evo. If you haven't seen that episode yet, do go see it, because that was a insane ride from hell. Anyways, this car's a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be. The actual model of it is quite a little diddy car, isn't it? It's kind of a weird looking race car as well, this one. Doesn't like the bumps. Need to remember that about race cars, they don't like bumps. I mean, that's, you'd assume that'd be pretty obvious, but my brain obviously has not worked that out, and we're off course on the first lap. Excellent. Right, we'll have to just do the old classic switcheroo trick. There we go. Lovely. Right, here we go. Of course, that's an invalid time. Not that it matters, because a 41.408 would make this slower than the bloody Prius. And we can't have that. That being said, there is a couple of cars which I'm a little bit concerned about. After seeing the poor performance of the Honda Beat. Yeah, there's certainly a few cars which I'm a little bit concerned about having really poor performances and possibly going lower than the Prius. When I started this series, 32.15, okay, that's not too bad, and that was kind of a scruffy lap as well. When I started this series, I had a very rough idea of what was going to be the top spot and what was going to be the low spot, and of course, I may as well reveal this now since both cars have gone round. I knew that the Escudo was probably going to be the quickest car we've ever had, and I knew that's why I was sort of trying to leave it for a little bit. And I also knew that the Prius was going to be the slowest, or in theory was going to be the slowest. 31.109, again, this is doing pretty darn well. It's quite an easy car to drive as well, actually. That's why I'm sort of speaking to you about other things, because it's just quite a nice, easy car to drive. I actually do quite like the way this is driving. Kind of does remind me of that FTO, because that FTO was a nice car to drive as well. I'm kind of curious to see how the Impreza gets along as well, because of course there's an Impreza GT300, there's the Wedge Sport Celica as well, which I personally am very interested in, but from what I've heard from people, that's not quite as good as the FTO. Basically, the FTO seems to be the odds-on favourite to be the fastest GT300 car. I believe it is still to this day one of... yeah, it is the fastest front-wheel drive car, because it's the only one that's got into the under 30 club, I think, so... Whoa! That's not quite what I wanted. That's never really what you wanted for your car to do, a horrific bounce, and... yeah. That lap could have been quicker, but unfortunately it wasn't, coming on to the final lap. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I knew that the Escudo was going to be quickest, although, that being said, you know, there's been, sometimes in this series, there's some stuff that genuinely shocks me. The fact that Mitsubishis are as quick as they are, shocks me. The fact the Skylines aren't quicker, shocks me. You know, there's a... it's what a... we cut that up. Bollocks. Yeah, it's... that's what I kind of like about this Hot Lap Classic. It is genuinely throwing some interesting results at me, which is kind of strange. It also gets me a chance to play some more Gran Turismo 2, which is always a great thing in my eyes. Anyways, we're not going to go any quicker. 31.109. Probably could have popped into the 30 seconds, but I don't really think it would have done much quicker than that. But even still, I mean, that's better than I was expecting it to be. Also, this car's misspelled as Daishin in some places. Not sure why. But yeah, it could have gone quicker. No real doubt in my mind about that one. I don't think it would have gone much quicker, but it could have gone quicker. Anyways, let's go see where it places on our leaderboard. On to the leaderboard then, and the Nissan Silvia Daishin goes into 36th place with a 31.109, beating out the Dodge Viper RT10 206 rally car, Honda Civic VTI, losing out slightly to the Peugeot 406 and the Honda NSX Mobile 1, which is pretty interesting considering that's a GT500 car and this is a GT300 car, so a decent time from this car. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. As always, if you want to request cars for this series, you can do so in the comment section and go to the description for a full request list form. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.